So my name is Julian Pacella, also known as Lord Barrington. I'm a musician and visual artist from Michigan. So I've always been a musician ever since I was about 9 years old. I begged my parents for a violin and played for about 6 years until I was 15, then switched to bass guitar, then started writing, producing my own music when I was 18. So I always start from scratch with every song I make. I don't like really using templates. For a while it's just been music. You know, I've been making artwork and stuff for the whole thing, but I haven't really taken the visual aspect too seriously until recently. I got really back into painting. I've been a painter for years, but I kind of dropped it while I was in school just because, you know, didn't really have much space. I was living at home, it was very messy. My mom wouldn't have it, so you know, I recently got very much back into it, trying to turn that into a very large portion by doing a big set of paintings that kind of represent the key elements within the story that I'm working on through Tree of Aetherium. I think, you know, especially my painting style is very much psychedelic looking. You know, I follow very much the painting styles of like Alex Gray and like John Gay and stuff like that. I think part of it was because when I was very little, I would have these like weird like synesthetic hallucinations, so it would scare the shit out of me because I didn't know what was happening, but it would like start off as like a noise. It'd be like frequencies that I would like see as like smashing like objects together, like objects smashing together, but then they would like splinter out and it would just be like a painful, weird freak out. You try to think about like, you know, fourth dimensional space, and it's just like, what could that possibly look like? And I've just found, you know, this kind of style of painting, it's just very freeform, very flowy. You know, it's not thought about, it's not, you know, conscious like thought going into like, oh, and I'll put this here, I'll put this here. It's like, no, you just kind of freeform and mesh things and, you know, make like larger forms and put smaller form into that, and it comes out looking pretty cool. My first album, Mountain of the Sun, essentially Lord Barrington finding love, finding loss, and conquering problems, like learning to face his problems rather than just ignore them, which leads into Moonlit Crossing, which is an EP I released this past December, which is more so about him. He conquers these problems, but like he's lost so hard that he runs away from his problems again, but like kind of just runs off from like everyone in his life. And a lot of that music was written in, you know, times of great pain, both physically and mentally. And I've decided I don't want to write from that place anymore because I found myself quite prone to leading myself into painful situations just so that I could have that inspiration to write. And I decided I'd rather be happy. It's much healthier for me, and I feel like I write much better music and create much better artwork. With Tree of Aetherium, I want this to be more than just an album. I want it to be like an audiovisual experience through a series of paintings that I'm going to be doing. You know, it's not just music, it's not just, you know, a story, but it's like the full thing where you can actually live and breathe within this universe, and eventually hoping to make it become a video game, something that people can really sit down and immerse themselves in.